She fires.
Hello, everyone. We're so excited to be here tonight. I'm going to pass it off to Shannon to just welcome everyone to our call tonight.
Thank you, Benny. Welcome, everybody. I'm excited to have you here to learn about this amazing new product that I have been watching and stalking for the last 6 months or so. So the lovely ladies that you see on the screen here are past friends of mine from a previous company. Got the opportunity to meet with them and learn with them, and we grew businesses together in this other company. And then I noticed that they changed to something new, and obviously I was very interested in seeing all their radiant and beautiful results. I've been learning little bits and pieces about this product, Try Not, and I have been just mind blown at hearing some of these testimonies and the amazing things that this product is doing for people's health and their wealth, and their businesses are just flourishing. It is exciting. And I just wanted to share this with you guys and let you see for yourselves what this is all about. Come learn with me and let these girls take it away. It's amazing.
Awesome. Jill, is there anything you want to say to welcome everyone before I jump into our slides?
I'm just gonna say I'm so excited that I heard from Shannon. I haven't seen her in quite a while, and like I said, we met at a different company. We met at a crazy event, and a little secret about me and Shannon is we take the most amazing selfies in the world together. Like I don't know if you guys ever watched How I Met Your Mother, when Neil Patrick Harris would take a photo and it would be brilliant. That's what we do. We have the magic. So it has nothing to do with the products, but it's just this memory I have of Shannon that just warms my heart.
Oh, I love that. And, Shannon, we've known you a long time. And one of the cool things about knowing people for a long time is you often have similar values and things in common. And when you find friends that find something that work, you just want to you want to try it, first of all, but you also want to share it. So we're going to dive right in to a little bit more about the Turn On products. I'm just going to pull up my slides here so we don't miss anything. All right. So, all right, let me get this orchestrated. Okay. So the company that Shannon was saying that she has been watching us all try their products and have these amazing results is called Ternant. It actually took me 2 weeks to even pronounce the name properly. And it's actually a French word that stands for to change life with stealth. And that's what we're seeing. I first started with our Glow Collagen. And in all of my 8 years in direct sales, I've never once tried a product that after 2 weeks, my mind was blown and I wanted to have more, learn more about the business. I wasn't actually looking for another business at the time, but this really caught my attention. So we're going to talk about more about that tonight. But the first thing I just wanted to mention was that there are 3 pillars to the company. And, I know it's only November now, but in the new year, there's always a few goals we have. We want better health, more wealth, and for me, always being more social and being involved in my community. So I love that these are the 3 pillars, also happen to be 3 of my top values. So the one we're really going to focus on tonight is our health products, our impact health products, which we'll talk more about what that means. But also there's a business side to things. And I love that the company actually started as a financial education company. So that is their background. And then we're also very involved in the community. So we want to make things better everywhere we go. So you'll often see us wearing green shirts, doing things in the community, which is awesome. It's been able to have me be more involved in giving back. And my background is social work. I know Shar, his background was teaching, and Jill loves to just make a difference for people. So that's awesome. And then something that I love to just share about our business is our mission. Our mission is to impact 1 billion lives for good in the first 30 years, which is a pretty awesome mission statement to have for a company. We're also an Inc. 500 award winner, which is a really big deal in the business world. We are in multiple countries, including Canada, the US, the UK, Belgium. We just launched in Netherlands and 2 other countries. Do you girls remember the latest ones? We have a few other European countries that are just launching, and we are launching new countries all the time, which is really amazing. The one we're going to really focus on tonight is Canada, because that's where we are all here. We also have some US team members and UK team members. And so when we were talking about the thread that is common between all of us, it really is the commitment to quality. So whether that's the quality of food, but also quality of supplements. So for me, I was all about clean eating for a very long time. And I also was not getting everything I needed. So I actually had my business coach tell me, I think you might have adrenal fatigue and you might need to look into supplementation. And I thought, but I eat really well. So a few of the reasons why we need supplementation in our life is our soil quality is not the same. If you look at a tomato or an apple or an orange, it is not the same nutrient value as it was 50 years ago. We also live in one of the most stressful kind of generations where people are sicker than they ever have been before. And so we sometimes need a little help. So what I found when I started using these products, like no kidding, I started feeling younger than I had before I had my son, and he is now 8. So why these products we call impact products are so different than what else is on the market. The biggest one is they're not synthetic. So they are based on raw whole foods rather than synthetic products. So I always like to do a little label education. If you homework for everyone, go into your cupboard and look for vitamin C or multivitamin. And you want to look at the label. This is the one that was in my cupboard that I had my aha moment. And you want to look at vitamin C in the multivitamin or the vitamin C that you have. And if it says ascorbic acid, that means it's a synthetic vitamin. So synthetic vitamins, we're not going to absorb and be able to use like we would with raw whole foods. The other thing that makes our supplements different is our proprietary formulas, which means they're blends, as well as patents. So for example, our collagen has 7 patents. There's nothing like it on the market. We have third-party testing, GMP certification. Everything is gluten-free. There's no fillers. There's no phosphates, none of that stuff in our products. And I love that it is on every bottle. So GMP stands for Good Manufacturing Practices, which means it's some of the highest quality of supplements on the market. But honestly, what my favorite thing is the hundreds and thousands of testimonies that people are actually having results from the products. So I've been using supplements for quite a long time, and I've never once had a supplement where I've taken it for 2 weeks and noticed a noticeable difference. So you're going to hear from Jill, Shar, and myself about some of the different things that we've noticed in not only ourselves, but our families, which is incredible. I love that they're the raw whole ingredients so that I give them to my son. Jill gives them to her dog. It's awesome. Okay, the first one we are going to start with is our core line. So if you're watching tonight, I just want you to kind of think about your health for a while and think, if there was one thing that I could change that would make a difference, what would that be? Would it be your mental health? Would that be your gut health? Would it be your energy? Would it be whatever that is? And just for fun, Shannon, what would be your top health goal if you could pick 1 or 2 things to focus on?
Definitely my mental health.
Yep.
And second, my energy level, because I really feel like it's declining.
Yep.
Yeah. After working a stressful day at work all day, you're tired. when you wake up tired in the morning, you feel tired all day. And so when you get home at night, the last thing you want to do is like try and do exercise or anything.
Totally.
So something to try and rebalance all those things so that I can really get my body moving again.
Yeah. And normally there's one of three things that we're lacking. So it's either a deficiency, an imbalance, or toxins that we have in the body. So we're going to kind of tackle all those tonight. So we're going to start with our Enrich, which is our full spectrum digestive enzyme. This is going to help break down your carbs, your fats, your sugars. It also has a stabilized pre and probiotic in it. So it's kind of like a 3-in-1. So I have many people in my life that have been able to eliminate either pharmaceuticals or other products, multiple products they're taking by taking this guy right here. It's going to help with your gut health. It also has some chelated minerals in there. It is just awesome. And we're actually going to do a little science experiment to show people just how it works. So I'm going to start doing the experiment, and then I'm going to get Jill and Shar to just share kind of the difference it's made. So here is a pudding pack. These are now in my cupboard, so I can do this little demo. Your body needs those digestive enzymes to break down any cooked or processed food. So Shannon, what did you have for dinner tonight?
Egg salad.
Okay, egg salad, cooked eggs, right? I
Yep.
have salmon, noodles. My son had meatballs, all those things. So we're just going to maybe pretend this is cheese or Alfredo. And this is a very thick pudding. You can see I can like dump it. It's not going anywhere. I'm not going to get too close to my laptop. And I'm going to show you just what these digestive enzymes do. So we're going to put 2 of these in the pudding and give it a little stir. What I love about this is you can do this at home and really show how these are working in your gut to help digest your food. And we've all heard of the gut brain axis. So your gut is not only responsible for your digestion, but it is your second brain. So your hormone health, your mental health. One of our awesome team members, Gretchen, she has actually been able to go off some of her medications for anxiety when she took on her gut health. So for us, the first thing we noticed was my partner, Trent, had terrible heartburn. After every meal he had, he would just go straight for the Tums. And since he started the Enrich, about a week later, I noticed he didn't get up from the table, and he has not bought Tums in a year. And then myself, everything for me had to be gluten-free for a very long time. And if I strayed away and had that bite of pizza, I would be very sick. And it kept getting worse as I got older. So now I can have a piece of pizza with my son on a Friday night, and I don't have any symptoms, which is pretty awesome. And then also I love to give it to my kiddo. So he had bowel surgery at 4 months old. And that's one of the reasons I always looked for clean ingredients for him. But if he eats too much, he gets a really sore tummy, and he also gets these really bad hiccups from digestion. And so we call it magic juice. I just put it in a little juice and water, and it is a miracle in our house for getting him to school in the morning. Jill, do you want to share what you noticed? You can see it's already liquefying here.
Yeah, sure. So I started taking the Enrich, and I really didn't think it was going to do much for me because I've never had a poop problem or a digestion problem that I was aware of. But I definitely had heartburn, and I had night heartburn, and it was always at 3 a.m. And I would get up to go pee, and I would take a handful of Tums, and I would crunch them on my way there. And on my way back, I'd probably pop another 2. And then I was able to sleep because lying down was not going to happen for me. But I noticed probably within about a week of taking Enrich, I wasn't getting up in the middle of the night to take Tums. And like this was on my Amazon subscription. Like this, I had them in the house all the time. And then after about a month, I realized I wasn't taking them at all. And I ended up using all my Tums in the garden on the tomatoes because I don't need them in the house anymore and I don't buy them anymore. And I find that anytime I, would have like a flare up, like say I drank wine, the acid still will get me. And if I didn't take an enrich before I started, I simply break it open like you said, and I put it on my tongue, and it doesn't have a real taste. It's not offensive, and I chug it back, and within like a minute or two, I am cured. So I actually keep a jar in the car. So if I make bad decisions out on the road and get like a pop or whatever, that I'm not dying anymore. And it's been a lifesaver.
Oh my gosh, I love that. How about you, Shar?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So, like Jill, I kind of had this vision that gut health problems and enriched digestive enzymes were for people who were running to the bathroom either too much or having troubles, constipation. I just kind of thought that's what this product was for. Or I also knew that I purchased it, first of all, as a customer for my mom because she has always struggled with dairy yet refuses to stop eating dairy. So I really wanted her to deal with something that I thought could help her with her digestion. But I didn't think I had my own problems. So cool to learn about all of the things gut health is important for that I started thinking, you know what, I might as well just take it just because gut health in itself is so important. And I thought, first of all, if I'm going to be eating something healthy, I want to make sure I'm getting all the nutrients out of that because my resting state is not someone who loves healthy food. And I hate that about myself. But guess what? I am who I am. And I actually also have an eating disorder that is binge eating, which I often just can't control, which isn't something I'm super proud of, but it has been really a game changer to be able to take the enrich, like when I'm in this moment, I can't necessarily control my choices food wise, but something about this, I know it's so effective that I'm like, well, I'll at least take this also while I'm in a binge. And it actually helps me from, I've had binge eating, weeks at a time where I could gain easily 10 pounds up and down, up and down. And last year after Christmas, I went on like a 10-day bender, but it was cool to be like, I was popping these, kind of like, and I'm not suggesting like take supplements and make bad choices, but I am saying for someone who was needing that added support, it's been incredible for me to help eliminate things from my body. I wasn't bloated. I wasn't gaining 10 extra pounds. I wasn't having all of these symptoms because I was using these, in partnership with a very sorted health journey. And I also, so obviously same with my mom, I love being able to support her in being able to have proper digestion for something that she loves. She loves just having little crackers and cheese at the end of the night with a little glass of wine. It's not like she's having ice cream cake or anything, but just like that, be able to have that little bit of her special old cheese at the end of the night. Now she can have that. And then third of all is my kids. Two of them get sore tummies, one more than the other. Don't know why. Every couple of weeks, it's not very often. And, he actually was so motivated. He loves them so much that he learned how to swallow pills to get the relief that he wants. Whereas another one of my kiddos, same thing. He does see such a difference that we just crack it open, put it in a little shot glass with a little orange juice. He drinks it right up. And within minutes, it's remarkable. And so for me, being able to have something that is pure and healthy and safe enough to give to my kids, but also effective. Because I've always thought how weird it is. It's like, come take your gummies, come take your vitamin gummies. And you're like, this is just sugar. Like that is an immunosuppressant. I don't get the the connection, right? So yeah, for me, 10 out of 10. And here's some cool things, guys. I can eat pasta now with the kids for, spaghetti night or whatever. I used to have to lay down and almost immediately take a nap from like a big bunch of carbs like that. And here I am thinking, I don't have digestive issues, but now I can, have supper with the kids, have spaghetti, get up, clean the dishes, put everyone in the bath, As a single mom, I don't have an hour to rest on the couch after dinner. And so to me, that's actually like above and beyond. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And really, digestion is the cornerstone of health. So this is one of the products that I always tell people this one is a game changer. The other thing it's going to help with is absorbing the nutrients from your food. So I was iron deficient, and lo and behold, it is helping me absorb the nutrients from my food. So I have many friends that have actually gotten their blood work done, and since taking the Enrich, they're absorbing more iron and their iron levels have been going up. So this one is just awesome. I'm going to pour it out so you guys can see just what it's done here. So let me give it a little stir. Oh my gosh, it's like, I don't want to hold it too close, but it is bubbling. It has liquefied. Here we go. Now, it's not going to come out like that. But this is just showing how that's going to break down. So Shar was talking about your bowl of pasta. It's going to help break it down so you don't get that carb slump. And Christmas is coming, you guys. So what happens after we eat turkey dinner? We all need a nap. This you want to have at the Christmas table for sure. So that is our Enrich. It is, as I said, the cornerstone of digestion. But we are going to move on to, I know, one of all our favorites, and that is our Glow Collagen. So as I mentioned, this was the product I took, and 2 weeks later, I just needed more of this glow. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this. So this is a liquid collagen. It is a type 1 collagen. So there's a lot of different collagens on the market. There's pills, there's powders. It's in protein bars. It's in your shampoo. So one of the things that we have been learning as we've been going in our businesses is not all products are the same, and collagen is a bit of a buzzword. So I was on a powdered collagen for over 2 years, and I noticed no real difference. And 2 weeks into this collagen, and I started waking up and my feet weren't hurting. And then I noticed I had a little cookie burn on my hand, and it started to disappear after 2 weeks. And I had it at Christmas time, and this was August. Then I started to notice my scars from my surgery started to fade. And then I started to notice my hair started growing. So my hair, after weight loss as well as hormones, kind of stopped growing mid-length. And I tried everything. I actually was, during the pandemic, I was like TikTok craze. I was like, buying all the oil, argan oil and different things and massaging into my scalp, like minimal hair growth. And within 7 months on this collagen, I had more hair growth than I had in 2 years. It was bananas. So a few things that are different is this has 11 grams of collagen peptides. So if you compare this to a label of a store-bought collagen, this is about 10 times more potent and has more ingredients. It has a clinical dose of biotin and hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid, I like to think about like WD-40 for your joints. So I have been able to wear high heels, cowboy boots, different shoes that I have not been able to wear in over 8 years. It's been amazing. It also has an antioxidant formula, which helps make it more bioavailable in your body. And if you look at other collagens on the market, it's always going to have the ascorbic acid, which, as we mentioned, that is the synthetic version. So this one is by far, and one of our friends, Candace, she said, she wasn't the ingredient girl, similar to me, but I actually gave this to my holistic nutritionist, and she was like, these are the best ingredients I have ever seen in a collagen. If it works like you say it works, that will be amazing. And 5 days in, and she had a back injury that went away, and she got back into the gym. So this one is absolutely amazing. Jill, do you want to start with what you noticed? Because I know this is one of your favorite products.
So Glow was what brought me here. Like you, Shannon, I was stalking Benny and Shar. I was watching what they were doing. I had taken collagen in my coffee like you, and it made it taste good, but it didn't do anything. And I tried a marine collagen, and my face looked a little bit better, but it really wasn't doing much for me. And when I came to you guys, my hair was falling out like by the handful every time I washed my hair. And I have a lot of hair. And so that was pretty traumatic. So when I decided to come in, it wasn't just about the hair for me. My husband works midnights and he works typically 12-hour days. And every day he would walk in the store limping and like it was getting bad. And so I had heard your testimony about your feet. And I'm like, you know what? I can get him to take a shot. He won't necessarily take a pill, but I could get him to take a shot. So we ordered the collagen, and within 5 days, he did do double dosing because his sciatica was so bad, like he was about to be laid out for about 3 weeks. So he took it in the morning and the night for 5 days, and he walked in the door on the fifth day, and he wasn't limping. It was incredible. I have never had to remind him to take his collagen. He takes it like clockwork every single day. So not only does his sciatica not act up anymore, in the last 7 months, I think there was once it started to act up and it only lasted 2 or 3 days versus the 7 to 10 days that it used to be. And the happy byproduct for him, not only did my hair stop falling out and start growing again, but he was a little light on top, and he now has long, luscious soap opera hair, as I call it, and he wears it in a ponytail. So like he got some extra benefits for taking care of himself. The glow is, I can't believe how well it works. And I am 43 years old and I have never had skin like this ever. And the only thing that I do to take care of my skin is I take the Glow Collagen every day and I use our skincare, which is a simple serum. And in 6 months, if you go back and look at my feed, the change in my face is insane.
I see it. That's one of the best things about the glow is your friends, when you start seeing them a few months later, you're like, whoa, you're glowing.
Yeah. I think too, especially on like some of the older ladies who are using it, like they look like they're aging backwards.
Yeah.
Like some of the ladies that I have seen just that, have a few more years and wisdom amongst, on there. Like,
and often the negligee as well.
Yeah. My parents went on a big trip to Europe very recently, and my dad started taking Glow because my parents walk. That's how they get their exercise every day. And my dad can't keep up with my mom. They're 7. He can't do it. So she's like, get him the collagen, Jill, get him the collagen. And so they sent us a picture from sitting in a pub in England from their trip. And I literally texted my sister. I'm like, does dad look good? Like, what's going on here? And my sister has no idea what I do. It's just the way it is. She's not online or anything like that. And she's actually like, I was thinking the same thing. What's that? I'm like, I guess the collagen works.
Yeah, aging backwards.
Yeah.
Shar, do you want to share just a couple? I know you have so many people in your life that this is their favorite product. Do you want to share a little bit about what you love about it?
Yeah, well, I'll just share my own story. Like Benny said, one of the things for me that was really validating, like you, Shannon, I was watching, I was pretending I wasn't watching, but I was still totally watching, because sometimes it's like you're not ready to admit how curious you are. But the collagen, the stories I was seeing were just speaking for themselves. But as someone who came in, it was one of the most validating things at first was seeing these results that I had been seeing online to my actual family and to my actual self. So for me, for years now, I text a fair bit. Actually, don't work as much as a lot of people who work on their phone all day, because I prefer the laptop. But by the end of the day, I can't even hold my phone. It's extreme pain all up through here. And it's been ever since my kids were born. So it's not new. And I didn't think it was going away, but it was getting worse. And last year I spent about 6 months with my doctor. We did arthritis testing. We did inflammation. Would it go away when I stop binge, have time to get the sugar out of my body, all these things. If I bumped a pillow, my hands would send me into crippling pain. And it was really scary because I'm very young and I need to use my hands for many things, especially 3 in particular, my kids, right? Taking care of my 3 babies. And so when I started taking the collagen, I was looking for things like pain. I have other body pain, hips, knees, feet, all the things. I wasn't even really thinking about my hands. And when something is so sore for so long that it's your baseline, I didn't notice that it had gone away. That's really cool. And then this summer I ran out, my order came. One of my girlfriends texted me, I need more collagen. I gave her my collagen because I put everybody else first before myself way too often. And then I forgot to order it. And then I finally reordered it and it came, and I finally took it to the cottage, forgot it there for 2 weeks. Like I just had this accidental 6 weeks with no collagen. And like any supplement, like any pharmaceutical, you have to take your, you know, your products, or eventually some of those symptoms could return. And my hands got really sore. And it wasn't until they got sore that I realized, holy crap, I forgot that at the end of the night, I used to not even be able to use my phone. I had to use a laptop if I was going to text someone, or it was like super, super, super sore. So that's just one testimonial of many. I also did like a before and after picture recently, and I thought I looked okay, but turns out I look way better now. So skin vibrancy and all the things is another piece of the puzzle as well. That's huge. But for me, it's like that hyaluronic acid, that joint pain, that like lubrication, like that's all what my body so needed. So that's
I
for me.
love it. And everybody's body is a little bit different. I say the collagen is the gift that keeps on giving, because there's layers. The longer you take it, the more you notice. So one of my friends always had a psoriasis patch on her neck. We also have our friend Michelle, who had psoriasis, and she started taking the collagen. And that's one of the first things they noticed after about 4 weeks was it was gone. We're going to see some pictures in a minute of my friend Krista, who had psoriasis all over her legs. So one of the reasons, I'm going to pull these slides up again. One of the reasons we need to supplement with the collagen, whoops, sorry, I think I forgot to share my screen, is that we start losing collagen about 1% after our 20s. So by the time you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, we are depleted in collagen, which is why having a good quality collagen is so important. So we're going to show, we can't show you what it looks like to have sore feet that feel better, but I can show you some pictures. So here on the left is one of my friends, Candace, and she had rosacea. And what she noticed was the rosacea started going away. Also, she is in her 50s, and she was having hot flashes, menopause symptoms, and that was one of the first things that she noticed. This is our friend Jen Laurie. She's a holistic nutritionist. She was my friend who, after 5 days, was able to be back in the gym because her back wasn't hurting. But then look at her face. You can just see it looks like she's had a facelift. This is me on the right. I didn't notice my hair growth until I put on one of my favorite my tank tops. Mamacita needs a margarita. And I noticed, I was like, I can't even read the words anymore. And I have had that tank top for years, and I could not grow my hair. So that is my shocked hair face. This is my friend Krista, and she has psoriasis on her face, and then her big one was that she was not able to grow her hair. She was looking into wigs, and she has noticed a huge difference on the collagen. This is my good friend Leslie, and she started taking the collagen. It was about a year ago, and she was having a pretty rough month. If we've all had that time in our lives where we need a health win, and she took pictures of everything. So that's one of the things I tell people, take pictures of everything. And she had some varicose veins. It runs in her family. Lots of family members have had surgery for this. And she called me after 1 month on the Glow crying, saying, I can't find my varicose veins. And you can notice her freckle on her leg. So that was one of the things that she noticed, was her varicose veins actually went subdermal. She also noticed her eyelashes growing back after losing quite a few from eyelash extensions, and then her skin as well. That is the Glow. It's absolutely amazing. So I always say the Enrich is the cornerstone of health. Collagen is the scaffolding of your body. So not only your skin, hair, your nails, but your joints. The next thing we're going to talk about is our stamina products. So my number one health goal, which is why I'm so excited for you, Shannon, was energy. I felt depleted all the time. I just thought, I am way too young to be this tired. And so the second product that I tried was our Mojo. And our Mojo is a nootropic. So when I was introduced to the Glow, my good friend Nancy said, oh my goodness, they have nootropics. I've been looking for a good nootropic. And so nootropics are going to do three things. They are going to help with your energy, and you're going to get a sustained energy. So no crashes from caffeine like you would with an energy drink or coffee. The second thing you're going to do that it's going to do is help with your mood. So it's actually going to fire up your happy hormones. So your dopamine and your serotonin. And then the third thing it's going to do is it actually has curbs your appetite. So can help either manage your weight or help with releasing weight. So I call this my functional coffee. So it was a very easy switch for me. I wasn't somebody who always remembered my supplements, but one of the things I love is I never forget to drink my coffee in the morning. So that was a really easy switch for me. I noticed that I started not being as stressed, but then the thing I noticed the most was in the afternoon, I had energy. After dinner, I still had energy to do the dishes, fold laundry, day-to-day tasks that I was not able to do before. We also have a sister product called Zest. This one makes an awesome pre-workout, but also something for people who don't love coffee. This one also comes in rich chocolate. So this is the Zest. And then I'll just mention before these guys talk about their favorites, it also pairs really awesome with a product called Focus. And this one is a B complex, and it also has lion's mane mushroom in it. This one, together with Zest, has been a game changer for mental health for my ex-husband, myself, and many of our team members. So if you're curious about that one, we can get you more information on it. Jill, do you want to talk about, I can remember Jill tried the Zest for the first time and sent me the best message, which is what I love, is you start getting these messages from your friends.
So yeah, so I tried the Zest the first time, and I took it to the gym. I filled my big cup and I went to the gym, and I stayed at the gym for 2.5 hours. And that is not me. I fight with myself to stay there an hour every day. So after I got home, after 2.5 hours at the gym, I decided it was time for me to move the entire house. So I started tossing the whole house. I actually decided to bring my office that was downstairs upstairs, which meant we had to move this room downstairs. And that meant that we had to move something from upstairs. And I ended up like throwing couches down the stairs. And it turned into this 8-hour productive day. And it was unbelievable. And I did send you a message and I said, what the fuck is in this stuff? Because it is amazing.
I love it.
Okay, I just thought of, I'm so sorry. I'm going to interrupt. You know the book, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie? If you give a mouse a cookie, and then if that happens, if you give the Jill a Zest, that's going to be your
It's going to rearrange your house and be a sportsman for a day. I love it. So those are the benefits of the nootropics. This one's awesome because so many people in my life we have a friend, Gretchen, who she swapped out her Dr. Pepper kind of thing that she was doing for a clean, healthy product. We have friends that are truck drivers, nurses, and people who do shift work that are like, oh my gosh, I can actually stay awake. People who are taking like Red Bulls and Monster drinks because they needed to stay awake on the road have switched to the Zest, so much cleaner energy. Then one of our good friends of Char's, Nanette, she actually went out and looking for a cheaper nootropic, tried a few different brands, messaged me a couple months later, and she's like, okay, I'm so ready to go all in with Trinont because now I've tried other products and they don't work. So everybody's process is a little bit different. Mojo has been out of stock for a few people, and I literally have had a few people knocking on my door saying, "Do you have any Mojo to spare?" It is so, so good. So these are the nootropics. I'm just going to pull up my screen again, and we're going to share about our last product. Sorry, it makes me do this every single time. But just before that, I was mentioning before that this is my ex-husband's favorite, and he uses the zest combined with the focus. He has ADHD, PTSD, bipolar, and anxiety and depression. So he's actually been able to come off his ADHD medications because he feels so focused. He's also has a music deal that he's been able to make. And then he works in construction, and he sent me, I literally have not seen this man smile in probably 5 years. And this was my text message from him day 2. And this was day 1. No, this was day 2. He texted me the first day and said, "Oh my gosh, the guys at work are actually asking me what's wrong because I'm smiling today." So it's made a huge difference for him. He actually just got more this morning. He's like, "I'm out of zest. I forgot to order it. Can you grab me some more?" So I just love that it really is supporting our entire family. The next product we are going to talk about is our newest product. This is called Transform. So this is a enzyme. It's completely plant-based that converts sugar to fiber in the gut. It is going to help support your optimal metabolism, your blood sugar management, curb cravings, support your mood, increase energy, and also help with healthy weight loss, which is one of the side effects from this product. A few of my friends have asked me, what are the side effects of this product? I'm like, weight loss, more energy, better sleep, lots of awesome things. So this is a pretty revolutionary product. This right here is one of the things that I love about this company, is that we are always looking for the next thing that's going to disrupt the health industry. So for example, when collagen came into the market, it disrupted the health industry. I realized the other day I hadn't been to my chiropractor in 9 months because I didn't need it. So this one has been flying off our shelves. We officially launched it in October, and it sold more in 1.5 hours than we anticipated. I believe we did $1.5 million in sales in just an hour and a half. You actually can get the measurable results. Most people have 2 the very first time you use it, and it's helping solve multiple health challenges for people. So I'm just going to pull up my results. This is the very first time I tried this product. It also has a thermogenic in it called Grains of Paradise, which is it is in the family of like ginger and cardamom, and it is going to help boost your metabolism. So you're going to burn more calories, and you're going to use that food and turn it into energy. So like most of us, we're skeptical by nature. So I actually went down to Utah and learned about this product. And I came home and I actually went out and got a continuous glucose monitor. I put it on my arm, and I decided I was going to do a beta test. So I ate the same meal without the product, and then I had the same meal the next day. The only difference was I took 2 Transform 30 minutes before I ate. So the very first meal I had was yogurt, peaches, and granola. This was in August, so it was peach season, and my glucose levels went up to 10.6. The very next day, I had the exact same meal, and the only difference was I had 2 Transform, and my glucose level was more than 2 points lower to a 7.8. Now, my glucose levels are pretty much within range, but you can imagine what that's doing for people who have elevated glucose levels. We're seeing it have really great results for people with low glucose levels, as well as people within that normal range. So when we think about sugar and we think about how much sugar is in all the food we consume, our sauces, our bread, our yogurts, it's everywhere. So when we can find a tool that can help convert sugar to fiber and turn it into something useful in the gut, it has just been wild. So I'm going to let these guys talk about what you've experienced, because once again, everybody's experience with these products are different. I have to tell you, my number one thing Trent and I have noticed is we are less hungry. So I'm thirsty and I'm hungry, which are two things, or less hungry. So I don't feel like snacking. And he's a day snacker. He snacks all day. And I'm a night snacker. I wait till people go to sleep, and that's when I snack. Jill, do you want to talk about your experience with the Transform?
So when I found out about this product, I wanted to do a cartwheel because about 15 months ago, I started like this self-care journey where I was going to finally take care of myself, because I have a family that has very sweet blood. It runs hard. And I have been keeping an eye on my sweet blood since I had my son, who is now 14. I had gestational diabetes with both of my pregnancies, and with Ellie, I had to take insulin. And at my age, my father was already taking insulin and has been taking it for 30 years. So I thought this was going to be amazing and fall right into, what my health mission was. And so I also got a glucose monitor, and I wore it for 4 days before I started taking the Transform. And I learned that I have come a really long way, and my blood sugar stays fairly low, but I drop into like really low zones. And that was kind of alarming to me too, because I know you don't want to be up and you don't want to be too low either. So I started taking the Transform, and in about 10 days, not only did I no longer have these crazy spikes, I was like this beautiful rolling hill in the happy green zone for those 10 days. But in those 10 days, I lost 10.6 pounds. And I am pretty regular about going to the gym. I go at least 3 to 5 times a week. I intermittent fast until the afternoon. I drink tons of water. Like, I am on a mission to be the best me. But I also want to have pizza with my kids on Fridays. And I want to eat pasta once a week, because who doesn't love pasta? And I did all of those things. And I was able to get over that hump of, where I felt stuck. I felt stuck for like the last 2-3 months in about the same 2 or 3 pounds. And it was incredible that it had come off. But the real magic of this supplement is that I had my 6-month checkup with the doctor, and we did blood work. And I, of course, had to peek at it before we went to the doctor because I'm impatient. And for the first time in 15 years, I have normal people blood sugar. That means that I am not in the warning zone. I am not in the wait and watch zone. I am not in the pre-diabetic zone. I have normal blood sugar. And I do not think that at my age, that without Transform, that I would have been able to pull that number. And when I found that out, like, the first person I texted was my mom. Killer blood sugar. And she's like, really? You better order your dad some. So now we got dad on it.
I love that. I love it so darn much. I just I find some of this stuff really emotional. So for me, the Transform is huge. As I mentioned, like, I don't have, blood sugar that is too far out of the range of normal one way or another. I was actually expecting it to be way high as I eat like straight sugar. Like, I eat like the kind of candy you're like, only a child would eat that. And you're like, no, I would eat that. I would eat lots of it. And anyway, so I came into this not really knowing what it would mean for me. But my results, for sure, I put on a glucose monitor, and I have like, this was my result. And when I have my Transform before the same meal, same as Benny, I didn't have as high or low spikes. So I didn't have this drastic comparison, but I stayed with it for 2 months now. And I've done some experimenting myself within that time frame, but 2 weeks no stopping, using for me 2 at every meal. Similar to Jill, I didn't have 10 pounds of weight loss, but I had, I think, almost 7 without changing anything. And for me, without changing anything, includes a lot of overeating and a lot of binge eating. It doesn't include a lot of healthy choices. And I don't feel bad that I didn't change anything, because I wanted to see what would happen with my mental health, eating state, resting state. I waited a few days because I also have avoidant ADHD. My mental health, that's why I'm here. Mental health is why I came. So I have avoidant anxiety and ADHD. So it takes me a long time to do things that I think of. I am like the thinker, not the doer. So by the time I tried on my pants, wanted to try on these jeans to have as my like goal jeans. So I was like really looking forward to having like the squishy muffin top, because I hadn't been able to wear them in months, like literally in months. And I put them on and they freaking fit. I'd been wearing size 14s and 16s. So I tried on my 12s to be like, this is going to be my goal. And I was like, ah, damn it. I waited too long and they fit. And I only waited like 3 days. I was like, so that was kind of cool. So I didn't take my measurements because I kept forgetting. And I keep telling everybody else, take your measurements, because the scale does not tell the full story. I didn't personally take my measurements because that would have taken, more brain power than I had. But the things that I have are far less trackable. Exhaustion. I went from I have naps. Everyone in my life knows that I have naps. They're stress naps, they're exhaustion, they're anxiety naps, they are crash. I am on the couch right now, naps, and it does affect my life. My energy is up and down and up and down and up and down. That is very much something that affects my life, my mood, my ability to stay motivated, a lot of things. I really literally saw this like stabilization of my mood and my energy. And Jill and I and Benny and I, we all work really close together. And now we're so excited to have you in our little like circle of Trinot love. But for anyone else watching too, you want to be part of it, like just let us know. But like they can tell you, like once I started Transform, I really was like my true clear self. I was like a functioning version of myself that I have not been in years. And I think it gave me my life back.
Oh my gosh, I love that. So we said at the beginning that Trinot stands for to change life with stealth. And that's what we're seeing with these products. So I would love to hear from Shannon. We talked about our kind of main impact products, our Enrich, our Glow, our Mojo, our Zest, and our Transform. Which ones are you most excited to start when you get your products?
Oh my gosh, how do you even begin to choose? Well, definitely the Glow, the collagen, definitely the Mojo coffee, because I can really use that clarity and focus, especially during my day job, which can be, hard to focus on. So that'll be helpful. And definitely the Enrich. Like I think like I read so much about like your gut health. It's like a big hot word right now and hot topic that everybody's trying to figure out that magic formula to get that operating properly. So I think that's going to be a really good start.
And one of the things, because we're all like, trying the products and using the products, one of the things that we've been finding is the Enrich and the Transform together are a game changer. So myself, my magic formula is Transform about 30 minutes before I eat, and my Enrich about 5 minutes before I eat. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you to try these. I'm so excited that, you have your people in your life that you just want to share it with. So the last thing we're going to just share about is how to get your hands on the products. So there's 1 or 2 ways that you can get your products, and you can either order as an associate, and I'm going to talk about some of those perks, or you can order as a customer. So all of us here have met through business, and one of the no-brainers for me was to order the products as an associate. So here are some of the perks. As an associate, you get an access to our associate bundles. So you get a discount on our bundles, but you also have placement on a team, that you get help to grow a business, whether you choose to or not, you have a spot in that lineup, as well as you have the ability to grow business. So like myself, like Shar, like Jill, when you fall in love with your Glow Collagen or your Enrich, you can then choose to grow a business, which for me, having financial breathing room is something that is not only a want for people, it's a need. So a year ago today, I was with a previous company. I had zero financial breathing room. I was struggling to pay for groceries, things like that. My financial situation is very different today. I've been able to save some money. I've been able to pay for tutoring for my son, activities that I would not have been able to pay for otherwise. So that's one of the things I love about this business. My very first goal in direct sales was to pay for a house cleaner. So whether or not, you have a goal like that, or, you're looking for extra income, this is just such a great way to do it. The things that I love about this business are you do not have to keep your products. They get shipped to people directly. And we are all social sellers by nature. So when we think about, the last Netflix movie or TV show you watched, or your favorite restaurant, and we share about that kind of thing, right? So I know for myself, if there's something I love, I just want to share that with other people. So we do that anyway. We're social sellers. So you can order as an associate or a customer. I always encourage people to order as an associate, because then you have that ability to have an extra revenue stream. Anything anybody wants to add just as we close our call tonight?
Yeah, I would just say, if you're on the fence, you should just do it. Like, join our team is so fun. Because so many of us, like Shannon and I can really like speak this truth, is like, you watch for so long, and then so many people are like, I wish I did this sooner. And especially like the way we build here in this company is special. The way we grow is really awesome, and the right time with the right new products, and our existing products are already life-changing. Like, I just think it's so incredible. And, I've had so many people, same thing that Benny was saying, if you're going to buy it as a customer, you might as well sign up as an associate, because it's the same, there's no monthly things that you have to maintain or you get kicked out. Like, it's so nice not having to go through, being from a different direct sales type of model where, oh, it's been 3 months, put your orders in, or we're going to say goodbye. Like, it's so nice as a leader not having to do that all the time. But I think so many people who have kind of said, well, sure, that way I'll have a website, have gone on to have some of the strongest results and the strongest, the strongest sharing power. One of my closest friends, who's become a really close friend, and strongest associates, she only signed up because she thought, well, if my family's going to buy it, they can be my customers from me. And now she's got this robust business and one of the best sharing, powerful series of stories. So if you can't tell, like, the business is the side I'm the most passionate about, because I just think, I've built my entire life as a single mom of 3 kids on network marketing, like, as a career. And I'm just ridiculously passionate about what can happen when you put that time and effort and love and joy all in the right, wonderful places. So that's it.
And I also say that you said timing is everything. Timing is so everything. Once upon a time, 9 years ago, I joined a network marketing company that was famous for mascara. And I joined 6 months after it went viral. And I'm telling you that this product, it has only been out since October 10th, and we've sold out 4 times. This is a much more viral product than that mascara ever was, because let's face it, only half the population maybe wanted mascara. This can help so many people. And jumping in now, even when you're not ready, you are going to thank yourself in a year. Like, where are we going to be sitting in a year, ladies, because of this one little thing? And this is the only thing that has changed. The other products are amazing. That's why we came. But this is like a little gift from time saying, now is the time. Like, what's the worst that happens? You feel great. Like, what's the worst that happens? So I just, like you said, jump in, be brave. There's a reason that you're seeing this. There's a reason you're drawn here. There's a reason you're watching, and timing is important. And if I would have joined that mascara company 6 months before I did, I would have retired 3 years earlier than I did, because network marketing gave me my freedom. And I will tell everybody and their mother that you can build the business you want to do on your terms anytime. Just got to put in the work.
Amazing. I love it so much. And I love being able to work with these amazing people. And we literally are from coast to coast. Shar is on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast. You guys are in the middle. So is there anything, Shannon, you want to say to just close off tonight?
I just want to thank you guys for all your amazing knowledge and stories. And I will reach out to everybody who gets a chance to watch this video and hopefully answer your questions and get you started on your journey.
Oh my goodness, I love it. And you have known me since this guy was a
The
little baby in
baby,
my arms. He's not a
just
baby
a little
anymore.
baby. It's
Oh my
gotten so
gosh.
big.
Well, thank you everyone for catching the replay, and please reach out if you have any questions. Okay, we'll
Thank
talk to you
you.
soon. Bye.